Good morning, dear friends. Today we are going to discuss mirror order for minor children. The concept of mirror order. So you may be knowing what is a mirror? That is our reflection, a replica. So similar order should be there from the other country also. While discussing the foreign judgments in the CPC, I told you about the foreign judgment, when it will be valid, when it not be valid, and all the things. So now it is a concept, new concept called as the mirror concept, which emanated from United Kingdom. Normally our courts, they follow it from the United Kingdom's principle. This concept, it is actually an ancillary or auxiliary order. That means it is a supportive order given by the primitive or the court which is having the primary jurisdiction. That means the court which held the judgment. The court will say, no doubt we are giving this type of order. You please get similar order from your court from the foreign country, because the child, if he is transferred from India to other country, it is not, we are not sure whether that child will be looked after properly in the other country or not. So that country should also know about the condition, and they should also give some order. That means this child will be kept under the surveillance of that other courts also. It is the most effective way of achieving the so-called protective measure. Right? So with this introduction, let us continue our case. So the Honorable 3 Judges Bench of Supreme Court of India, Justices Uday Umesh Lalit, Hemant Gupta and Indu Malhotra, all of them, all the judge bench, while disposing the civil appeal number 3559 by 2020 in the case of Smriti Madan Kansagra, versus Perry Kansagra, right, on 26/10/2020, they have held that the mirror order should be there for the minor children to protect them in the other country also, right? So actually this case is, it is a case under Guardian and Watts Act 1890, right? So here actually the mother hails from India, from Delhi, father is from Nairobi, Kenya, and the transitional custody of the child was given to the father, who is the natural father, and who is the natural guardian, and at the same time the court asked him to get a mirror order, similar order from Nairobi court, and also deposit 1 crore of rupees in the account, so that it will be deposited in a automatical renewal bond, fixed deposit like that. They have given certain instructions, right? So the importance of the mirror order, it is only so that the primary court, actually the primary court will ensure that the so-called protection will be given to the so-called child, transitional child in the other country also, right? Of course, it is only obligatory. It is only obligatory. If the other court does not give, we can't help. So if the other court does not implement also, we cannot help. But still, the concept, since it is originated from English court, Malga, such orders are passed to safeguard the interest of the child who is in transit from one jurisdiction to another jurisdiction, right? So previously also certain same orders were issued in the case of Navteja Singh versus State of New Delhi, NCT Delhi, 2018. And also Jasmeet Kaur versus State of NCT Delhi, 2019. There they got the mirror orders from the United States, Connecticut court, they got the international court, they got the orders, right? Now let's go to the roots of the case. What happened, why all these things happened, right? So you may be knowing this Sumitra Madan Kansagra. So Sumitra Madan, she is from New Delhi. She is an advocate by profession. She is a practicing advocate in Saket Court of New Delhi. Somehow she fell in love with this Perry Kansagra. So he is a man from Nairobi, Kenya. He is a very good businessman there. And the marriage was solemnized on 29/7/2007. Actually, they have got contacts right from 2005. This woman Sumit Madan, she went to Kenya along with mother. She has observed all the financial position, business position, and the character, conduct, all of the person. By staying there for some time, she felt very happy, and after coming back, the alliance was fixed, and ultimately the marriage was performed on 29/7/2007 in New Delhi. Right? She went to Nairobi. She was there for actually about 2 years. Then she got, she was pregnant. She got become pregnant and came back to Delhi and delivered the child on 2/12/2009. He is a male child. He is also named as Aditya Vikram. Yes, Aditya Vikram Kansaria. Kansagra. Aditya Vikram Kansagra. Right? So, and of course, according to the rules of Kenya, this child obtained dual citizenship. That is Kenya and UK. Right? Actually, they wanted to admit him in a school in Nairobi, but situation was not good there. The education system was not good. Therefore, she came back to India, maybe in the year 2010 or 11, and she got him admitted in a beautiful school by name Delhi Public School in New Delhi. Right? This man was coming and going and fly in and fly out once in a month or doing, but things were not normal ultimately. So they actually, during the year 2012 or so, there arose disputes between them, and this Smriti Madan, she filed a suit for permanent injunction. She filed a suit in OS number 1604/2012. So for permanent injunction against her husband and parents of the husband, that is restraining them to visit her house in Delhi. So they should not come to Delhi because there were disputes between them. Right? So of course, since he was not present on 28/5/2012 itself, the ex parte decree was given. Of course, at the time the child was only barely 3 or 4 years old, 3 years old. Right? But coming to know about this Nairobi man, that is Perry Kansagra, he has filed a petition in injunction, interlocutory application in IA number 12429/2012. At least seeking directions from the court, at least to meet the child at a common place, not even though, because she is reluctant, he was restrained to meet her as per the orders, interlocutory orders. Therefore, he has filed application at least to meet the child because of the affection toward the child. He wanted to meet him at a common place, like a park or cinema hall, like that. She was not willing for that. Of course, this woman, Smriti, she has suggested a place called Hangout, and there he can have interaction with the child for a couple of hours, like that. So this the court allowed them to meet at Hangout. So later access was also given to this man to contact his boy through Skype because he could not come from Nairobi in time, like that. It was slowly, it has been extended for 2 hours, 3 hours, like that. Right? And on 6/11/2012, this Perry Kansagra, he filed a petition under sections, of course, 6, 7, 8 and 11. 6, 7, I think 7, 8 and 10 enough. So, and 11, 7, 8 and 11, let us confine to that. He has filed so many things. So he has filed a petition. Right, so that means under Guardian and Wards Act 1890, that means to hand over the child since he is the natural guardian. Right, of course. Now let us discuss the sections also. Section 7. Right, so if the court is satisfied that for the welfare of the minor child, definitely an order can be declared, should be declared or made to declare a person to be the guardian. According to section 7, court is competent to declare such person, either father or mother, relative, friend, to declare as a guardian. Right? So section 8 says who are entitled to apply. So normally the person who is desirous of being a guardian, like father, mother, relative, friend, if they are nobody, then the collector of the district, all of they are competent to file the petition. Section 11. So once the application is allowed, the procedure on the application. If the court is satisfied, then they conduct the inquiry as per CPC and decide with whom the child has to go. Right? With this, what happened is so many things have done so because of the skirmishes between Smriti and that Perry, right? Ultimately, since he filed a petition, the court appointed a mediator also to settle the issue. So Sadhana Ramchandran, she was appointed as a mediator. She took the assistance of one child care institution. They tried their best, and the family court also, they got in touch with the boy. They observed that the child is intelligent, but he is not able to take any decision. In the first instance, he told that he wanted to father's custody. He wanted to go with grandparents at Nairobi. But in the second interview, he said he wanted to stay. He is deeply attached to his mother. Of course, as a boy. That's why while telling about the Evidence Act, we will be telling, of course, we will deviating. So child witness is a dangerous witness. Of course, child witness can be considered by the judge after putting some questions and whether he is intelligent or not, whether he is able to understand the questions and able to give reply or not. Like that, they have ultimately the family court decided that this boy he can go to his father's house in Kenya, Nairobi. Actually, he has filed in the meantime, father also filed a petition that he has to be admitted in an international school, not Delhi public school. Like that, so many things have happened. Ultimate result is the court ordered the guardianship to the father. Now she has gone in appeal. Right. So while allowing, of course, actually allowing the appeal, the Honorable Supreme Court stated that yes, father is the natural guardian, because in the eye of the High Court, the boy is intelligent and he wanted to stay with the parents, and now then he wanted to stay with the mother also. Right. So when that is the condition, then the boy can go to Nairobi and stay with his father, and the mother can go and meet him, and this boy can come to India and meet his mother also. And if at all they want to go to any other country, the father, Perry, has to make arrangements and book tickets to the mother also, so that she can be at a distant place and be a guide to the child. Like that, this type of order was given. Right, which is not satisfactory to the mother, but the court has taken a decision. Now, the Honorable Supreme Court, of course, it is the judgment is delivered on 2:1 basis. The majority judgment is in favor of this boy meeting his father. But here they have given the so-called mirror order, stating that the man, Mr. Perry, has to get similar order from Nairobi court. Why? Because on one day, the court asked, we are not sure whether you will look after the boy correctly or not. Immediately on the next day, he brought message from the country of Nairobi that he belonged to a great family, he belonged to that particular community, they are great people, they are business people, they have got so much of property. Like that he has got. So the court was astonished to see his influence. Therefore, they doubted something may happen there. To be say, as a precautionary measure, they asked him to get an order, a mirror order from Nairobi court, so that he can look after the child there also carefully, because he will be under the surveillance of the court. And ultimately, matter was decided on 26/10/2020. Anyway, it is for Mr. Perry to get the so-called mirror order. If it is there, definitely this boy can go and meet his father. Right? This is a good judgment. Please remember about the new concept called as mirror order. Please study the case and enrich your legal knowledge. Thank you.